Well, the overall market plummeted today, and of course, our favorite healthcare REIT, Medical Properties Trust, was not spared from the carnage on today's CPI data. Now, in spite of this, there is some news that came out about MPW that I think is pretty positive overall, and I think will be important going forward. Welcome to the channel. Just because I have shares of Medical Properties Trust doesn't make it right for you or for anyone else. I'm just a guy on the internet after all. But let me get into what we just found out and what it could mean for us going forward as shareholders. So, Medical Properties Trust completed $350 million worth of sales of facilities to Prime Healthcare. These facilities are based in New Jersey and California, and this was a previously announced deal, so there was probably already a built-in expectation that it would go through. However, until you close and have the cash, nothing is absolutely certain. So the structure of the deal is that they received $250 million worth of cash paid immediately, and they're receiving another $100 million, which is on an interest-bearing note due in 9 months. So depending on the interest rate, there could be another $5 or $6 million coming our way as MPT collects over the next 9 months. They do still have a few facilities that they're leasing to Prime under a 20-year master lease agreement, and they have given them a buyout option, and they've given them some incentive to exercise that sometime before August of 2028, which would help with some of the debt maturities if they did decide to exercise it in the near future. But I don't think that alone will be critical. I think it just depends on their ability to get some other liquidity transactions to the finish line here in the next, say, 6 months to 1 year. Now, another important facet to this might be how it could relate to the dividend. As you know, they've been sort of filibustering as far as the dividend. There has been some speculation amongst shareholders in various discussions about will they or won't they with regards to the dividend. Some people have been thinking that maybe the board needed to see whether or not some of these liquidity transactions would actually reach the finish line and close before meeting and making a final decision about what they're going to do with regards to the dividend. Obviously, with the deals being announced, there's the expectation that they would have cash. But again, until you actually close the deal and that cash actually hits your account, it may be considered somewhat foolish to make the assumption that it'll happen, because things can come up, closings can get pushed back. Anybody that's ever, invested in even residential real estate probably has had something like that happen at some point. But anyways, I think that if those people are correct, that we may end up hearing something about the dividend in the near future. At least that would be the hope. I think the market does dislike uncertainty with regards to the dividend. Also, for anyone wondering if the terms of the deal were favorable or not to Medical Properties Trust, the current average cap rate for healthcare is expected to be 7.6% as of Q4 2023. And this was done at an economic cap rate of 7.4%. And just FYI, for the seller, the lower the cap rate, the better. The buyer should want a higher cap rate, because the cap rate is basically in a sense, it's like the net operating income yield of the actual building itself. So if you say had, in simple terms, an apartment building that you bought for $1 million and the net operating income of that building was $100K a year, that would be a 10% cap rate. So in a nutshell, I would say no, these are not just fire sales being done at slashed bargain prices. Yes, cap rates are a little higher than they were in 2022, but it's not to an extent that they're basically selling them for pennies on the dollar, anything absurd like that. They're getting pretty good prices and pretty good terms on these deals. And I think for an asset play like this, the key is making sure that they're getting, reasonable or attractive valuations for those assets, because that's really where the value lies. So that's really all I have to say about that for now. If we do get any news regarding the dividend or anything else, any more transactions closing or anything, I'll be sure to hop on here and make a quick video. Thank you, everybody. And also remember, if you do find any of my videos helpful and want to watch more, not just the MPW ones, make sure you subscribe to the channel and make sure you thumbs up for the algorithm, of course, to help more people find this video and any of the other ones I post. Make sure you join my Discord, link in the description, if you want to have more in-depth conversations. And as always, catch me Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern on Cashflow Kings Live. I'm there every Saturday. Take it easy, everyone.